Today we're going to conclude the halachas of Kibud Avoem. So it's broad in Shulchan Aruch that the extension of Kibud Avoem, also you have to honor your father-in-law. That's what the Shulchan Aruch brings. So, which is usually, we already said, when it says in the Shulchan Aruch, you have to honor your father, it also means your mother. So according to this, you have to also honor your father and mother-in-law. And the same thing the Birkei Yosef brings, that the daughter-in-law have to honor also the father and her father and mother-in-law. And the Raya, the Tur brings for that. How do we know? Do you have to part of Kibud Avoem to honor the father and mother-in-law? Because David HaMelech told Shaul HaMelech, which that was his father-in-law, Re'eh Ovi Re'eh. So he called Shaul HaMelech Ovi, a father, even though it was his father-in-law. From that we're learning that you have to have a covered to your father and mother-in-law. Then it's brought, you have to, the Birkei Yosef brings from Rabbeinu Yoina that you have to also honor your uncle and aunts. I mean, from both sides. You mean you have to honor the brother, the sister of your father, same thing the brothers of your mother. Now, the emphasis is really, we don't see all these halachas, we don't see how people, how why we should see the honoring the parents. We don't see that it goes that far that they're honoring the uncles and the aunts. So there's one kavschus that the Bach brings, that at least they should honor them, if not like a father and mother, but at least like the zakenim. Something, seva tokum, you give honor to ish zoken, whether there's shkana chochma, whether it's a zoken b'shonim, so similarly to them. So that's a shtikel kavschus, but at least l'chol hapochas that much you have to give them honor, at least like you give honor to zakenim, if not like father and mother-in-law, if not like father and mother. Now, legabe, if a person has a chiyuv to honor his grandparents, so the Ramah brings from the Marik that there's no chiyuv to honor the grandparents. The Ramah disagrees with him. He says there's a raya from the Medrash that you do have to honor the grandparents. The raya is in Parshas Vayigash. It says by Yaakov Avinu, it says when he brought a korban, it says Vayisa Yisrael u'chol ha'shalom v'yova be'ereshava v'yizbach zvochim le'loike oviv Yitzchak. So the Medrash brings over there, Medrash Rabbah, Amar Rav Yochanan melamed shechayav odom b'chvoid oviv yoser b'chvoid avi oviv. ולפי דרכנו למדנו שחייב אודום גם בכבוד אבי אביו, אלא שכבוד אביו חייב יויסר. Rabbi Yochanan says, why Yaakov Avinu, it says, Vayizbach zevachim le'loike aviv Yitzchak, what happened with Avraham? He says, because he has more chiyuv to mechabed the father Yitzchak more than the grandfather Avraham. But mashma from here, it's more, but chiyuv, you do have chiyuv to honor Avraham, the grandfather. So from that the Ramah brings a raya, that and Rashi brings it that medrash too, that you have to have a chiyuv to honor your grandparents. Yeah, not like your parents, but you have a chiyuv to honor them. And the Taz brings, says, I'm surprised, it says the Taz, that the Marik missed such a thing, because Rashi and the Chumash brings, it's a Rashi mefurish. You don't have to like look in the medrash even. Rashi says the same thing, that you chayav b'chvoid oviv yosem b'chvoid avi oviv. But l'maisa there is a chiyuv to honor your grandparents, and it's extension of oviv v'imoy. Kabbat avichu, it's extension of the grandparents. Now the Rabbeinu Avraham Azulai and the Lavush, he brings over here another few inyanim legabe extension of Kibud Avoem, and he says like this. He brings in Tana Develio. He says, Kabed esavicha, v'samich lesinaf. So if you look in the parsha of Aseres Adibros, right after Kabed esavicha v'esimecha, come a bunch of psukim and different tzaddikim saying different things on the smuchim, why they're next to each other. Right after Kabbalah, it says like this. Zochor, no, before Kabbalah, it says Zochor is Tom Shabbos L'Kaddishoi. So it says over there, he should to remember Shabbos, all the halachas of Shabbos and Aseres Adibros. Then it says right after Inyan Shabbos says Kabbalah Zavicha v'Esimecha. That's Smuchim. They're next to each other. We're going to see what we're learning from there. And then after that, right, it goes Apostle L'Sirtzach L'Sinav L'Signav. So from the Smuchim of L'Sirtzach L'Sinav L'Signav says the ton of the Eliyahu. Basically, Eliyahu Hanavi is saying this. Say like this. The person got married. When they get older, the daughter-in-law is not honoring the in-laws. When they get older, he says, God forbid this relationship the husband with that wife, which is the daughter-in-law, the one she doesn't respect them. His father and mother is b'chiras niyuf. Like the whole thing is because a proper relation, that's something you have to get married to a person. Part of the marriage, part of the family in Yonim that you honor your in-laws. And then it goes right after that also a signal in the same pasuk. If a person has kids and they don't honor the grandparents, I mean, the son that has those children, it's like he stole them from who? From his parents, because the Gemara says in Kiddushin, the person has Shloisha Shutim, Avi v'imoy v'akadosh Baruch Hu. Part of the Shutfus is also his parents. So they have a shaykhus to those grandchildren. So if the grandchildren don't honor the grandparent, as b'chinas lo signal, that the smuchim over here look like you stole the children from the grandparent. They owe him a covered. The guy lo signal, yeah. Also, I wanted to add from the Arizal that the smuchim of Shabbos and Kabbalah Zavik V'Samecha, Arizal says that if somebody mechadash chidush Torah on Shabbos, that is mechabed over even lachar sheniftaru, even the red in Olam Ha'emes by mechadash on Shabbos. That's why the of Zochar Shamas Lakatsha right after go Kabbalah Zavik V'Samecha to tell you that you mechadash chidush Torah on Shabbos. This is part of Kibbud Avoim. So if you see from here, Kibbud Avoim extends itself to many different areas over here. Anyway, the Siyum, I just want to say that we're finishing over here, upon the halachas of Inyanim of Kibbud Avoim and whatever comes out of this, different many halachas. We already went over them almost 2 weeks already. So I just want to say that Ian of covered really it equals covered equals life. We're seeing that in the Torah. Covered is yarichun yamecha. Also, we see the in of covered in many places equals life. It says, the Gemara says, why Talmidei Rebbe Akiva, 24,000 died the Perek Echot Shelo Nago covered Zobazeh. The Inyan of covered Bechlal, covered for the parents, covered for the uncles, covered for the grandparents, covered Abrius, covered the Zelazeh, it equals life. And that's why with Talmidei Rebbe Akiva, Nago covered Zobazeh, the punishment was they died in a young age. So Inyan of covered is life. The more we have covered for another Brius, it increases, and that's how it goes. A lot of nations, they fight wars, they kill, because the first thing comes, they lose respect to somebody else's life. They lose respect for him. When you lose respect, you don't honor people as Poshet, covered Abrias, and that's different level of covers. Covered Rabbi, covered Ovid, covered Imah, covered Achiv HaGodol. There's many, but people when lose covered, it compromises life. And that's why the promise for Inyan Kabbalah L'man Yarichun Yamach. Inyan Kabbalah is very strongly related to life.